Alright guys, we're going to be going over the E130 here. So, this is kind of a review and just looking into it here. Just got a little holder there, a little box there. I put my hitch on here. It has a tough torque. It's basically a T40, like the LA120 I had. And one thing, same deck here. Not really anything different there. Steering is the same. There is, I was looking under here. There is a, let's see, what does this go to? There is a two turning, what is this called? Well, I cannot think of the name, but it has two of these here to support it, and it has a crossbar here. So, it has a wash port, which I don't know if I'll use that much, but another thing it has is you don't have to take these covers off. You can just slide your grease gun into the grease fitting there. Same for the other side. It's got the same areas to grease. Up front here, this pivot point, the wheel, the same on this side, and then up in under here, you got to grease there. Got my mulching plug. I've taken the chute off. This one came with a bumper, so that was very nice. I purchased it on Saturday, and it has 5.1, so I think on Sunday it had 3.4, and then this week I put that much on it, doing some other jobs. So everything's normal here. It just doesn't have this piece here, and this piece doesn't come out as far. You can see that. All this is pretty much the same wiring and everything. The motor we're running, it is a 724cc Briggs here. This is a Briggs. It's a ready start. So I'm just kind of looking into the motor here. One thing that it does have that is pretty cool, which is really cool, is so the throttle lever, it's not two levers anymore, but if you push it all the way up while you're in full throttle and the engine is warm, it will not choke. But when it is cold, you push it up and you start it and you bring it down. But when it's cold, you choke. But if you have it up in full throttle or you push it up here or something, it won't choke it. And it also has it's spring loaded. So another thing, okay, I'm gonna go into a dislike that I do not like, is this filter right here. This what is this? The easy change oil system. No, not for me. So I purchased a conversion kit to get put a standard oil filter on here. So what this system does is it has 0.8 quarts of oil in here. The whole thing holds 2.5. So all you do is you twist that off, and that's your oil change. It's really not the best, my opinion, for what I'm doing. So it just, you turn it, it locks on there, it clicks and all that. So just for the way that removes oil, it doesn't remove all the oil, and I'd prefer to remove everything. So that will be going bye-bye, and plus that is that's about a $40 to $50 filter depending on where you go. let's see. Another thing that with that conversion kit, you know, I'm gonna have a standard oil filter on there, is it doesn't have any drain plug on here. Well, it does, but it's just closed there. Wait a second here. Does that come down? So that's locked in there. I'm gonna have to reroute this wire here. Otherwise, everything else is really good. So everything's pretty much what it is. Very much so the same. I don't know why this was gone. This is another thing I think is very weird, is this way of doing the fuel. I hear that these mechanisms can wear out over time, but the past couple days, just running it 1.6 hours, that's how much it's used, and that's mostly idling and half throttle. But I just don't, I don't really understand why the fuel window had to go away. That was so much better than this, because, and then another thing that's weird, I love the mower, but this, so this is all based on weight, but look, this tank is not mounted because of that. Sometimes, depending on where it's sitting, see, like if it moves back or something, it can affect the weight for that gauge there. So, but anyways, guys, otherwise it is a pretty good machine. Otherwise everything's simple: brake, cruise control, the key, steering wheel, but blade engagement, PTO there. This here, let's see, hold on. This is a nice thing. Having these two pedals instead of the one, and then you'd have on the side that little piece off of here to the side, the reverse pedal. Otherwise, this is really nice, big floor space here. It doesn't have a dip on both sides, so otherwise, guys, that is kind of a review. Let's just start it up for y'all. It is warm, and I'll engage the blades.